Hi gorgeous! We are wrapping up 2015. Can you believe it? Couldn't think of a better video to do for you at the end of the year than to talk about my most favorite beauty discoveries from 2015. And these products are from a variety of different categories, and I have broken them down like that. And by the way, all of the products I'm mentioning today are high-end products. There will be a Frugal Fridays coming up this week that will be completely dedicated to drugstore favorites from 2015. And I have a list and a half to share with you. Look at that, list and a half. So because there are so many items on here, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each one, but if you have questions about any of these, you're always welcome to ask below and I will do my very best to answer them for you. We'll start out with face primers. I have two that were really awesome finds for me in 2015. First one is from Clinique, and the second one is the Hourglass Mineral Veil. Both of these performed beautifully for me. In the Florida heat and humidity, they kept my face intact. I actually wore the Clinique one on one of my fashion shoots when I was making a video for the YouTube channel, and it was when I was wearing my fall outfits in 90-degree heat, I might add. The rest of me was dripping sweat, but that face was on point. Next item on our list is foundation, and you already know which one is my favorite if you've been watching the videos this past year. It is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere in the shade Beige Rose number 12. Perfect color match, excellent finish. I love the coverage. I would describe it as more of a medium coverage, but you can build it up to be a little bit more heavy if you want. All around excellent foundation. Okay, so I have a video coming out very soon about my top 5 high-end concealers, and I'll be showing you a demonstration of each one, how well they cover, and my full review on each of them. So I'm not going to mention all of them here for you, but I will tell you my top 2 that I can't live without that I discovered in 2015 are from Urban Decay's Naked Skin line and Clé de Peau's Stick Concealer. Both of these excellent, worth every single penny. And like I said, I will have more of an in-depth review for you on those concealers with 3 others coming very soon. So if you're looking for a new one to try, you won't be disappointed with any of these. There's a lot of great choices in that video. For powder, my most favorite translucent powder of 2015 was the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This sets the face beautifully. It's very light, a finely milled powder, and lasts a long time on the face. What more could you want from a powder? For the brows, I tried a lot of brow products over the past year, and none of them have compared at all to Inglot's Brow Defining Gel. The shade that I have been using to match my auburn hair right now is number 14. I am going back to my natural color in the spring, so I will have to find another gel liner from them to replace with this one, but it is the best. Very creamy, smooth, it stays all day, it's waterproof, it's actually hard to remove at times, which is a good thing, but I love it. False eyelashes, I had a number of favorite false eyelashes that I discovered this past year, most notably the KoKo lashes. Goddess and Misha were my most favorite lashes of the year. And also, gotta be a little biased here, Inky Minky lashes in the style White Lie that we came out with in February, I believe it was. I have been loving those too. I've been stacking them actually, taking 2 pairs and layering them on top of one another. Creates a very natural looking lash. Tried a number of liquid liners over the past year, wasn't happy with a lot of them, but the one that really blew me out of the water was one I had never heard of before. It's from a brand called Ardency that you can get at Sephora, and I loved this liquid eyeliner with passion. Very dark, very pigmented, black line, not gray, and it won't flake, smudge, rub off, nothing. It is perfect. Top favorite eyeshadow palettes of 2015. Do you know how hard this was to pick? I ended up going with 3 eyeshadow palettes because I couldn't pick just one. So I thought top 3 would be a good range to share with you. Top of the line favorite that I could not be without is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Now I am highly allergic to many of Kat Von D's palettes, and I figured out that it's usually the shimmer eyeshadows that give me trouble. This is an all matte eyeshadow palette. It's one of the first from her that I have had no reactions with whatsoever, and I'm really happy that I can say that because the pigmentation in this palette is absurd, quality is amazing, lasting power just as great. It's one of those that I packed with me a lot in 2015, and it pairs up so nicely with so many other eyeshadows that you already have as well. And my second favorite that I love, 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 it's still out right now, you can still get it, is the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette. Amazing is all I can say about this palette. I bought it thinking that it was going to be maybe a little bit better than the original Mega Pro that they came out with last year. Whoa, no. It's 10 times better. I'm not sure why, but I feel like the quality is even better than the Lorac Pro palettes. Yeah, love the color selection. I love how many eyeshadows you get for the price, but I'm telling you, the pigmentation of these eyeshadows, how buttery they are, easy to blend into one another. You gotta try it. If you haven't picked up the Lorac Mega Pro 2 and you've been looking for an eyeshadow palette to add in, it's a great one to consider before it's gone. And my third eyeshadow palette that I could never be without this past year that I love is the Anastasia World Traveler palette. And this was another one of those that I packed with me quite often in my bag. And my most favorite three eyeshadows out of this entire palette were Pink Champagne, Morocco, and Fudge. And that was quite often how I wore them. I would pair them up together just like that. Two top mascaras that I discovered in 2015 are MakeupForever's Aqua Smokey Extravagant. This one does not smudge, flake, budge, nothing. It is wonderful. And the second one is from Chanel. It's their Chanel de Volume mascara, and I love how this one makes my lower lashes look very lengthening, doesn't smudge, doesn't flake. It's an equally great mascara and it's worth the price. Favorite lip liner and lipstick of 2015. Don't really feel like I need to mention this because it was one that I wore all the time in 2015, and many of you I know could just name it every time you saw it. I don't even need to say what it was. But for those who don't know, my most favorite lip liner of 2015 was MAC's Prolongwear in the shade Staunchly Stylish. And I loved it because it is this beautiful dusty rose neutral pink, and it pairs up so nicely with some of the shades that may be too light against my complexion. Speaking of nude lipsticks that can look a little garish, one of my most favorite ones was from Too Faced Melted Line in the shade Melted Sugar. This one by itself on me can make me look dead, but when I pair it up with the Staunchly Stylish lip liner, beautiful, beautiful combo. Favorite blush would have to be Clinique's Peach Pop. This was one that I had been wanting to try for a while. Got a sample from my Schwa subscription box. Loved it, ended up getting the full size, and I could not be happier with this blush. It's such a beautiful light shade against my skin tone and very natural looking. So I got a new face wash in 2015. I was using the Cetaphil one at the beginning of the year, and then my skin started to get really irritated and dry. And after eliminating everything else in my routine, I finally nailed it down to the face wash. So I went ahead and changed that out and got a sample of the Boscia Cleansing Gel from Sephora on a whim. Decided to try that out, and I was blown away. I loved the sample so much, I went and bought the full-size bottle around March. Used it every single day. The great thing about it is that you only need one pump, and one pump will remove an entire face of makeup. So a little bit really does go a long way. This is so soft and gentle against your skin. No parabens, no sulfates. That's what I love the most about it right there. And I just replaced my bottle like 2 weeks ago. So that just shows you from March until December, how many months is that? My math sucks, okay? I'm really good at creating, I just suck at math. 10 months of use from that one bottle before I had to replace it. Now that says a lot. Favorite beauty tool of 2015 is the Beauty Blending Sponge. Love, love, love. That's all I can say about that. I was so against getting one of these things for the longest time because I could never justify spending that much money on a piece of foam. I'm telling you what though, that piece of foam really makes a difference in how your foundation applies and how long it lasts. And you may remember in a lot of the foundation tests that I did over the past year, when I apply the foundation with a brush, I usually get about 10 hours, maybe 8 hours of wear with it. But when you apply the foundation, the same foundation with a beauty blending sponge, you get upwards of 13, 15, 16 hours of wear with that same foundation. So it really does make a difference in how your makeup not only looks, but how long it lasts too. And finally, my top 2 favorite hair products from 2015 are Living Proof's Humidity Shield Spray. This stuff works like magic. I don't know what they put in it, but I can spray this on my hair, go out in the heat and humidity here in Florida, and I don't look like a frizz ball when I come back in. And my number 2 favorite is from Biolage, and it is their KeratinDose Pro-Keratin Renewal Spray. And the way that I've been using this stuff is I'll spray some of it into my hand, apply it onto the ends of my hair when it's damp, and then blow dry like normal. And this acts as a heat protectant and also a conditioner for your hair. And I love this stuff. A little bit goes a long way. You don't need much. Great, great hair product. And if you want to know what some of the worst beauty discoveries were for me in 2015, that video will be publishing later today as well. So look for it soon. Let me know what some of your favorites were from 2015 and what products you have discovered that you don't know how you lived without before. Would love to hear all about them. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos in 2016, and I will see you again next time.